If you're gonna take a smaller bike like Royal Enfield in any area, one person and not more than 20 kilogram weight on it. You have a pillion, that's okay. Do not put so much weight. I did nearly 80 kilogram and we break the rear rim 2 times, right? And many things happen. Don't do that. Don't take more than 20 kilogram weight on one bike, right? If you have a pillion rider and the 20 kilogram weight on it, you can go anywhere in the world in any kind of road. You will be alright. Just do the service and the bike will be fine. And another thing, before you're gonna go to the anywhere in the long ride, take your bike to the good mechanic. Just tell him do the good service on the gearbox and the engine. Anything they want to change, let them change, because you don't want to stop on the way to your destination. And I want to start a video now. And the army officer, they gave us advice. Still there is too much hill, we can't reach, guys. Even there is no biker, so this is not a good time for bike in October for Pangong Lake from the Leh. So I think we have to go back. For the safety, we have to go back. We don't want to fight. This is not a war. This is the rider and the bike. So for the safety, we have to go back. So this is the video I'm going to make for those people who want to learn something, who want to ride a Royal Enfield in a little bit different kind of terrain like Leh Ladakh or world tour or one tour for India or 2 or 3 tour for India, right? Because it's Indian model, Indian bike, and the Indian people use this bike like a weapon. It is like a weapon, right? And like in America, in Australia, in these kind of country, we love our big bike like, you know, Harley Davidson, right? So for Indian people in India, the Royal Enfield is like a Harley Davidson. I have done 15,000 kilometers in 34 days from Punjab to Khardungla, Leh Ladakh, and then Manali to Delhi, Agra to Rajasthan, everywhere in Rajasthan, to Maharashtra, many places in Maharashtra, Kerala, Goa, Kanyakumari. And we also did a non-stop ride from Kanyakumari to the Varanasi. That was the non-stop ride. If you guys gonna compare me with somebody else, make sure they have done this ride with the Royal Enfield 350cc older model and 80 kilogram luggage, yes, including tools, and 20-liter fuel in carry, and one pillion. How I done that ride in 34 days, 15,000 kilometers, including Leh Ladakh, Khardungla. So let's start a video. I choose some videos. I'm gonna show you guys what I have done and how you guys can make your ride comfortable on a Royal Enfield. Look, if you guys have 350cc bike, older version or new version, what's the difference in the older version or the new model? The new model have more computer, more electronic stuff in it. It's more smoother, nimble. Even the kids can ride the newer model, right? But the older model, it's not easy. They kickstart, they have only small electronic stuff. If they get damaged, there is no problem, the bike will still keep running, right? So some people still love riding older model. The older model is the best, I would say, if you are in India, because the mechanics are everywhere. But every Royal Enfield mechanics are not the best mechanic. If you are going to plan your ride, Before that, you're gonna go to Khardungla. It's the world's highest motorway road. There is no other road higher than that. It's the world's highest motorway road, and I done that ride with the 1 pillion on 350cc older model, right, and 25-30 kilogram luggage with me. So I'm gonna show that video in this video here. Another thing, the people asking me from 1 or 2 years, so make a video what I'm doing now, this video. So I was not agree to make it because there is many whinger who whinge on my accent, and they whinge on me. They don't know how to ride a bloody motorbike properly, but they whinge on me, right? Because nobody like my video, I don't give a shit. So this is the video for good people, right? Good people. So if you don't like, you can go, you know. This video gonna be a longer, right? So what I did, I bought a bike from Punjab, from the mechanic, and the mechanic told me this bike is ready to go. That it was ready to go, but the problem is, if I'm gonna ride around 1,000-2,000 kilometer, she'll be alright. But I was going to ride 15,000 kilometer, and that bike has probably 45,000 kilometer already on the motor, right? And the speedometer wasn't running. I has no idea how many kilometers this bike has done. So I did the test ride. It was alright. So it was capable to go. But it has a problem in the gearbox. I rode Royal Enfield that model after 13-14 years, because I used to have similar model before when I was in India. I told the mechanic it has small problem in the gearbox. It's not feeling good. But the mechanic said you are riding this model after a long time, so that's why you don't know how to shift the gear. Right? Because this one have different gearbox than the normal bikes. So he said, oh, you will get used to in couple days. I said, no, something wrong in the gearbox. No, it's all good. The thing is, if you are riding the bike without luggage, without load, and without pillion, the bike is alright. But when you are riding a bike with the load, this model Royal Enfield, not the latest one, when you shift the gear, it is a different feel. You have to shift longer because in the back you have a big load, and the chainset goes up and down so far with the suspension, and the gear shifting take a time when you shift the gear. If you have a gear in the motor, in the engine, so that's a different feel. You don't feel when you're gonna shift the gear. But the older model, when you shift the gear, you feel that. So you need your gearbox perfect, in good condition, and make sure in the Royal Enfield you have the grease in the gearbox. Before you're gonna make a long ride, what I did, tell the mechanic, open the gearbox and like do a good service. Remove all the grease, older one, and put the new grease in it, and check all the gears inside. Are they okay? Are they good? Right? Many mechanics, they don't open that. They say it's a Royal Enfield gearbox, they never die. It's true, they never die. But the thing is, if they still worn out, they are capable to give you a good ride because it's a strong gearbox, right? But when you do load so much stuff on it and you're taking this bike to the hill, it breaks down.
ਹੋ ਡਰਨਾ ਤੂੰ ਦੱਸਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੇਖੀ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਨੱਚਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੰਗ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਕਰਦਾ ਆ ਕੌਣ ਕੌਣ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਰਕਮਸਟੈਂਸ ਵੇਖੀ ਇਹੋ ਜੇ ਬਣਾ ਦੂੰ ਵੇਖੀ ਪੁੱਠੀ ਮੈਂ ਵਗਾ ਦੂੰ ਕੁੜੇ ਪੌੜ ਵੇਖੀ ਓ ਸਕੂਲ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਵਾਈਬ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਨਹੀਂ ਓ ਸਕੂਲ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਆ ਹਾਈਪ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਨਹੀਂ ਓ ਸਕੂਲ ਬੈਚ ਵਾਲੇ ਯਾਰ ਜੱਟ ਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਓ ਸਕੂਲ ਕਪੱਤ ਨੂੰ ਜੋ
saw the video, the gearbox breakdown. Then we found a mechanic, we swapped that gearbox with another bike. So that's the good thing about the Royal Enfield. You have the parts on the way, on side of the road, so you can swap the parts with another bike. It's pretty easy. There is plenty of Royal Enfield in India, right? So another thing is, when we went to the Leh Ladakh, and then next day we made a plan, we're gonna go to the Khardungla, which is the world's highest motorway road. There is different kind of altitude and different weather, so much cold, and there is many chance your bike not gonna breathe properly, and it's not gonna give you enough up.
गर्म हो गया भैन जो ट्रक वाले ने मोशन तोड़ता What you gonna do? Oh, it's better when you have minus 10-15 degree, and then the camera's not working, my drone not working, my bike not working, even myself not working.
Enough power, right? And the engine gets really hot very, like, very quickly, because too much hill, and the roads are not comfortable. They are broken road. So hill, high altitude, world's highest motorway road, and roads are not smooth. So what the bike and the rider gonna do? They will try their best to reach. And there is people are confused. Do they have to do some kind of modification on the carburetor for the in the Royal Enfield or any other bike, so the bike can do a better job? I would say no, because you can do a modification if you are not in the higher altitude. Then if you are in smooth area, right, you can do a modification. Your bike would be give you a little bit more power. You can put the little bit bigger jet, so the jet can give the engine a little bit more extra fuel, so the bike will give you more power. But if you wanna do a small modification in there, in the Leh Ladakh area, what's gonna happen, the jet will give the engine more fuel, but the bike not gonna breathe properly, so it's not gonna give you enough power anyway, because it's a different terrain. It's not a normal road. Believe me, it's a different terrain. We did the modification. You can see the video. You saw that? We did the modification, but I didn't feel any difference. The bike has similar power, even I spent 500 rupees to do that modification in the model. And then they say come back, then we do the more. But the happen is The mechanic in the Leh Ladakh, they just making money for nothing, to do nothing. They just do the couple things in it, but that modification is nothing for that, right? So don't do that. If your bike is okay, is good, don't do any kind of modification. It's just wasting money, right? But when you are riding your bike in that kind of situation, in the highest road, in high altitude, it will take more fuel. It does drink more fuel because you have to use so much power, right? Another thing, my ride was different. I had a pillion with me, 80 kilogram luggage. Is so much. This bike is not made for these kind of things. It's made for long touring. It's comfortable for long touring. It's a strong bike, strong engine, but it's too much weight in the back and one extra person. So why I didn't choose the bigger bike? My plan was for myself, so I'm gonna go by myself. Then I decided this guy can go with me if he is comfortable, so he went with me, right? So, and his luggage and other stuff, more accessory, spare fuel. And we was coming back from the Leh Ladakh. We did the service in Mandi, a city called Mandi, after Manali, right? And the guy was not good. I was feeling the engine's not good enough. I told the guy, check the engine and do a good service. I told the owner, but he didn't check himself. He told the guy who worked under him, he told him to do a service and let them go. The bike sounds alright. But sometimes the people, when they see this face, they thought I'm stupid. I told him, mine, do it properly. But he said, it's so good, your bike is good. So okay. And we crossed the Delhi because we were riding continue from Manali to Agra. We were riding continue. That is the 700-800 kilometer. Riding day and night continue, and the motor blow up on the way. And the head and piston and everything just blow up, gone away. Here in UP, having fun. Yeah, this time Gallery ring and piston gone. Alrighty, we'll see next time. Have fun, eh? So there you go, guys. So this is the stuff what we have changed on the Royal Enfield, and the piston has cracked from this side, you can see, and so here is the guy who fixed my bike on side of road. Hang on. So भाई साहब अपना नाम बताएं। अनस। तो किधर पड़ता है आपका ये शहर? अलीगढ़। नियर बाय किस शहर के साथ में है? जवान कई शहर है। हाँ, ठीक। But when you're gonna ride this bike, make sure don't ride more than 300 kilometer continue. Give a break and take a relax. Relax and do check engine oil. It's all good. It's fine. Then ride again. In Agra, we rebuilt the motor. You can see. And we went to Agra. After Agra, we went to Rajasthan to Mumbai. On the way to Mumbai, the head blow up again because we were riding continue again, non-stop.
ਕੇ
ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਇਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਲੱਭ ਲੈਣਾ
And I was the rider. Now my pillion, he didn't ride even 1 kilometer. I didn't let him ride even one kilometer because it was part of the insurance. If something happened, the insurance won't cover because I had an insurance from Australia. Another thing, I can't believe another person. I don't know. When the people ride the bike in the villages, in the small areas, they are different rider. The proper rider who ride for long time, they have different brain than the normal riders, and they think different, right? The normal rider, they ride probably 100 kilometer, 200 kilometer. Who are the rider for long ride, they have different setup. They know what to do and when to do. So that's why I didn't let him ride even 1 kilometer. My throat not good. That's okay. So in Mumbai, I would say this is the best guy I found to fix a Royal Enfield. He was the best Royal Enfield mechanic I would say in India. I found him. He fixed the bike. He rebuilt the motor. After that, we went all the way to Kerala, Munnar, and all the way to Kanyakumari. From Kanyakumari, we did non-stop ride nearly 3,000 kilometer in 3 days. From Kanyakumari, no, it's 2 days, 2.5 days. One day we waste to fix the rim on the way because we blow up the rim, rear rim, because so much weight.
ਚੱਕ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ
हो गया पीछे बैठेगा चलो भी डालोगे पूरा डालेगा पूरा टाइट कर देना पूरा है ना
वीडियो ले रहा मेरा
कंपनी को क्या बताना कंपनी को बोलेंगे ना उनसे अच्छा मैकेनिक इधर है सही बात
लेके चल
From Kanyakumari to Varanasi, that was the non-stop ride. We never even adjust the tappets even one time. You can believe that? We never even touched the tappets. Since from Mumbai to the Kanyakumari, from Kanyakumari to the Varanasi, that was more than 5,000 kilometer. We never even touched the tappets. What that mechanic did, he did small tappets. He changed the tappets. He did the smaller one. What happened when you riding continue that bike, the tappets, they extend their size. Then you have to adjust the tappets all the time, every 500-600 kilometer when you're riding long. If you're riding in the villages, small 100-200 kilometer, they're alright. When you're riding long, day and night, non-stop, the tappet can extend. Then you have to adjust the tappets. It's in the older version, older model, not the new ones. So he put the little bit smaller tappets in it. So if the tappets get hot, they extend the size, but they are enough long, so you don't have to adjust them. So this is the thing, guys. Before you're gonna go to the long ride, you need to take your older Royal Enfield or new one or any bike to the good mechanic. Even the cars, any vehicle, any machineries, you're gonna do something raw, you need to take that machine to the good mechanic. If you don't know the good mechanic, ask the people, right? And talk to the mechanic what they're gonna do, how they're gonna do it. So take the bike or car to the good mechanic, let them do the service properly, check the gearbox, check the suspension, change the bushes in the suspension, right? put the brand new tires, and if you are riding, continue your bike, right? Continue non-stop every day, probably 1,000 kilometer. Make sure change your tire every 8,000 kilometer, because in the end, after 14,500 kilometer, we blow the tire, the rear one. The tire looks nice, good, but the tire blow up, and we had crash, very bad crash, right? So this is the thing you're gonna do, and yeah, the bike was perfect, wasn't bad. I would do another run all India with the same bike if I want. Probably I would do again, but the thing is, nobody watch my videos. Maybe I don't want to do a video, I would do for myself, right? So this is my attitude. If you guys liked it, give a like. Oh ji, panti. Chalo.
नहीं बैरिंग मैं क्या निकले 10 मैं जब बैरिंग ना निकल
तू समझ लेना यार तुम दोनों ने
क्या करिए ये भी कोई समझने की लोड़ थोड़ा है हम क्या कर रहे हैं ਇੱਥੇ ਲੱਖਾਂ ਹੀ ਲੋਕ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਕੀ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ
कहना जाना बोल्ट करे ना भैन चुप ले आयो